What's up, guys? Welcome back to my podcast. For some reason, in my headphones right now, I'm getting like a really weird delay. So hopefully everything's okay on that side. I don't see why it wouldn't be. But anyways, welcome back to my podcast. We are on time this week. God bless America. Not really though. I mean, God pray for America. Maybe is the term I'm looking for. But how are you guys doing? I haven't seen you in an entire week. It's been crazy. Have you guys watched that documentary on Netflix? I watched it last night with my girlfriend, and what the hell was even going on? It's called like the catfish something. It's about like this girl who gets and her so this girl and this guy are dating, and they get these text messages all of a sudden like from a random number telling them like to break up and like vulgar things. Like it's just texting them like a cyberbully would normally text a person. So you can only imagine what it was. And then, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it and you're gonna watch it, well, actually, let me tell you first. It's like really, the way that it's edited is so weird because after you find out who the person, who the cyberbully is, like once you find out, then they start dropping all these more details, and like it just seems like they were hiding a lot of things that actually happened, and like Netflix just didn't do a great job at interviewing the well, I think they should have done a more in-depth interview on the person who was the catfish because it's actually insane. So, if you haven't watched it, I'm going to tell you who the fucking person texting these children was. I don't know if I used correct grammar there, but I'm about to tell you. So, if you haven't watched it, don't like skip for the next 10 seconds, okay? Three, two, one. It was the girl's mom. So like, there's a girl and a boy who are dating, and they're in like seventh grade. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was seventh or ninth. And turns out the whole time it was the girl's mom texting the girl to herself and like just saying all this crazy stuff about them. She got them to break up, and then the boy Owen was dating someone from a different city eventually, and she found the girl's mom and started anonymously texting the girl's mom. Like I think she was just obsessed with with Owen, and that's insane. Like that's a whole other charge on its own, but I think she only went to jail for like a year or two. And then when she's being interviewed after, like in the documentary, after they reveal that it was the girl's mom the entire time, um, she tries comparing it to like, we all break the law sometimes, and like I'm sure you've driven drunk and like you haven't been caught, like you still broke the law. Like she just compares it to things like that and downplays it so hard, and I'm like, girl, what? And I just feel like the only person who was actually mad enough about the whole situation was the little girl's dad, because the mom of the kid Owen, she didn't really do anything. Like once she found out it was the mom Kendra, she didn't really do anything about it, but like her kid literally got like serially stalked. Like that's the only charge she got though, was stalking. As far as I know, but I haven't looked into it that much after. I just saw a few TikToks after I watched it today. I mean last night, but I looked at the TikToks today. Um so that was really crazy to find out, and it just, the whole documentary like is just such a bad documentary, but like at the end of the day I guess you find out who it was or whatever. But I wish they really would have gone more in depth with the mom to see what the frick is wrong with her in the head, because why are you telling your own child, like your kid is like 14, 15 years old, and you're telling her to herself and like getting her to break up with her boyfriend and like texting her all this sexual stuff. Like it's so weird. And like she tried framing one of the cousins, one of the other friends, and like it was a whole investigation until the FBI got brought in, and then the FBI figured out who it was. But like that's some crazy shit. Like what are we But yeah, it just also sucks because at the end of the documentary, they interview like the daughter again. And she's like, yeah, I love her more than anything. And like, I hope we can rebuild our relationship. But then at the very end of it, it like goes to a black screen and like it has the writing on it, how they do in a lot of dramatic, like films and stuff. And it says like, she's studying to because she wants to work in criminology. So like I don't know, it feels like there was some kind of gap there because you're gonna love your mom who is a criminal, stalked you, said all this stuff to you, and then like want to major in criminology. Like that doesn't really make sense. But also like they showed text messages from the mother who is in prison, like between the mother who is in prison and her daughter. They showed texts from when she was in prison, and she's like, I love you, I love you, like it's like manic text messaging. Like if you took ecstasy and like started just texting someone, like it's like, I love you XOXO, like I love you more than anything, and just like crazy stuff like that. And I'm like, do you literally just like, I don't understand. And like when they're interviewing her daughter again, it seems like she's like disassociating, like she's not all there because she's like, I love my mom more than anything, and I don't know why she would say that about me, but I still want her in my life. And I'm like, Queen, let's do some reflecting. Maybe let's get her in therapy. I hope Netflix like paid for therapy for all of them because that's really a hard situation to be in. And like it's a small town too, so like they have one school and they all these kids that like got accused of stuff for one person's mother have to be at the same school until they graduate unless they move out of like the town or whatever. But that's wild. That is so crazy. Like how, just wow. Just wow. It's unbelievable. And like I just don't understand how you treat someone like that. I also think, and I hate this take. I hate when people have this take. When people say like they use kind of like double standards in a way, like where they'll be like, if it was a guy, they would have gotten charged so much, or like they just like if a woman punches a man and they're like, actually that's not a good example because like, I mean actually that is a good example. Like if a man punches a woman, he gets probably jail time, but if a woman punches a man, no one really cares. I don't like that argument because sometimes it doesn't make sense, but in that situation obviously it makes sense. um if Kendra, the mom who was texting her daughter and the kid and like all these kids, all this stuff and framing people, if she was a man, she would have gotten like 20 years in prison, been charged as like a child predator, like had all this shit, been on the registry, like all this, but she went to jail for like a year or two. I don't even know. And she's on a Netflix documentary now. If it was a man, they would not let him on there unless he was like in cuffs, had security near him, like didn't have devices. But she's just like free in the world, and like she doesn't seem like she's taken any accountability for what she's done. In fact, in her post interviews after like, well obviously after because I said post interviews, she's talking about it as if like she was having an out of body experience. Mind you, these texts went on for like a year and a half ish. She was referring to them as like, that wasn't me. I don't know who I was. And then the Netflix interviewer goes, do you think in a way you were sending these texts to yourself? And like her eyes literally go like this, like around the room a couple times. And she goes, I mean, yes, possibly. That's actually very like she says something like that, and I'm like, bro, y'all just gave her like validation, like what? And then she starts talking about how she got R worded at um when she was 17, which is obviously a very traumatic thing to experience. But then she starts blaming everything on that and how she didn't want her daughter to have the same experiences that she did. And she didn't want her child to like grow up. And like she was realizing that her daughter was reaching her teenage years or whatever. And she didn't want her to experience what she did. And I'm like, so you told her to off herself. You told her boyfriend to break up with her, but you also told her to do all this sexual stuff with her boyfriend. Um, and you framed a bunch of children, I think you're just mentally sick. Like I don't think you're trying to protect anyone. I think you're just ill. And when she gets caught, she says that, so like in the beginning, there's a gap between when they get the very first text messages and then when they start becoming super frequent. I think it's like a couple months. I don't recall exactly, but there's a couple text messages that get sent, which are the first ones that everyone thinks is just a prank, but then it becomes more severe like later on. The mom claims that the first couple texts were not her, but that she continued it. So she didn't start it, but she continued it. And I'm like, girl, first of all, no one believes you. Second of all, why would you even do that? And I was thinking while I was watching it, I was like, maybe she got like blackmailed, or like she's getting a bunch of money for it, or like they're going to do something to her family if she doesn't do it. But later she shows absolutely no account of, like, she just does not care. She compares it to drunk driving. I beg your pardon, girl. You just like caused so many children trauma. Like their lives are literally never going to be the same. I just can't believe it. And if you haven't watched it, maybe don't go watch it now because I just spoiled like the whole thing, but maybe read up on it. I think it might be better too because there's a lot that seems like it was left out. And I think I'm going to do that too because, girl, what? Why are you not still in prison? You were stalking minors. Like, she would text them about things that they were doing at school. She would volunteer in things at school. She would ask all these moms everything, all this information, then use it against her own children. And I'm serious. It's crazy. And it's actually in the documentary, it shows quite a lot of those texts. It's really creepy and scary. So maybe do go watch it. I don't know. But that shit was just crazy. And I just wanted to talk about that for a second. But now, guys, I wanted to talk about my trip to San Diego and what we did because it was so much fun. Like, I had a great time. It was 4 days. That's the longest time I've ever been in San Diego, I'm pretty sure. And it was just great. I had such a good time. Okay. So, day one, I drove there. I think it took about like 3-ish hours. My dad took a separate car than me and my girlfriend. So me and my girlfriend drove together. The drive didn't feel that long thanks to Two Hot Takes and Financial Audit. Those are two of the podcasts that I listen to regularly. Very good. Financial Audit is really funny. It's basically a podcast where they look into people's debt and stuff and like they try to figure out what's going on. And the host is just hilarious. And then Two Hot Takes is like the one where they read the Reddit stories and like give their hot takes on it. Which that one is really fun, but sometimes I'm like, I kind of don't agree with anything that's going on right now. So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we listened to a couple podcasts on the way there. We get there, and our first order of business was we went to a grocery store. We got a bunch of groceries for the few days that we were gonna be there. Then we went checked into the Airbnb, and let me just dive into this talk about this Airbnb really quick because it's gonna come up at some point, and if let me just have it be right now, okay? This Airbnb, I don't remember how much we paid for it. We all split the cost, and I got the Airbnb like months ago, but it couldn't have been cheap, okay? It was like in a nice place in San Diego, and it had 2 rooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, stuff like that. Like it was like a little apartment basically that we rented for a few days. And we get in immediately. I'm like, "Oh, this place looks nice." And then um we go to use like the sink. I think I was gonna wash a dish. Oh yeah, because I made a sandwich when I got there, so I was gonna wash a plate, and so I grabbed like the sponge. And normally when you go to Airbnbs, they have like new sponges or like utensils you could use, stuff like that. And they did. They had like silverware, plates, mugs, bowls, like all of it, right? However, the sponge was not a new sponge. It was kind of crusty, so I was like, let me try to find another one. So I found another one under the sink that was like, it looked new. So I just started washing that, and I didn't think much of it until like the next day. I went to go grab a knife. I took a knife out of like the knife holder thing, and it was like all crusted with like old food, and it had rust on it, and like all the cups in the cupboard had like a bunch of stains on them, and the silverware was not clean. The pans were all like fucked up, like horrible. Um yeah, and you could just tell nothing was clean. Oh, I forgot to mention, I had to go pee when we first arrived, so I went to the restroom. I and the walk in and the toilet is open and it's not flushed. There's toilet paper in it. There's pee in it. There was pee in the freaking toilet, dude. When we got there, I want my cleaning deposit back. Like what the hell? And so then we just flushed the toilet and I was like, okay, whatever, like it's fine. I just really have to pee. So I peed. And just over the course of the few days that we were there, we just started realizing more and more and more stuff that was like dirty. The floors were dirty. Like the stove was dirty. The sink was dirty. Everything was just, what the hell? Y'all didn't clean anything. And I'm sure there's more things that I don't exactly remember. But just know that the silverware was in the drawer dirty. The dishwasher was full of stuff. Everything was just dirty. Like, I don't think anyone actually went in there and cleaned other than like they swept the floor. Like literally. And then at the end when we were checking out, they messaged and told me us to like make sure we wash all our dishes and like everything like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's because they're having people wash their own dishes, but why would the cleaning people not like look over that and make sure? Because you pay a lot of money to be in an Airbnb, and I guess in San Diego it's like really strict, like who can have an Airbnb. Like you have to get approved to have one, and like I don't know, there's like some kind of rule about it that makes it like harder to be an Airbnb owner. I don't know, but in San Diego, I don't know. Anyways, so that was what the Airbnb was like. So just keep in mind all of that as I go about this trip. Day 2, what did we even do? We woke up. Oh yeah, I think we went to the aquarium on the second day. And it was really fun actually. Other than like there were children just running around unsupervised, and it was on a Tuesday morning. So I don't know where the parents were or like what was going on here, but we went in, we saw all of the aquatic things, but you know what? The only thing I really want to talk about here are the penguins, because I love penguins. Like, I literally love penguins so much. I want to like grab one and hold one and hug one. And like, I just want to also just touch it and know what it actually feels like to touch it, because they look like they have a very weird texture. Like, because they have like feathers, but when they get wet, they look like rubber. So I really don't know, but I really want to touch one and know what it feels like to touch a wet penguin. Um, they're a little stinky because they eat like fish and stuff and like shrimp. I don't know what they eat. So penguin lover doesn't even know what penguins eat apparently, but they were so cute, and we watched one like hop up a rock, and I could honestly have just been out there for hours and like days and just been staring at them because I love them so much. They're so cute. Um and then I went to go try to take a picture in this like, it's like one of those things where you walk up and like it looks like you're in the mouth of a shark. So I went in there, and some little ass kid comes up to me and starts pushing me, and he tries like opening the curtain. There's like a curtain to get in, and he's like, "Who are you? Tell me now. Who are you? Tell me now." And I'm like, "Bro," and he starts like pushing me and shit, and I'm like, "Bro, get out of here. Like, where's your mom? Where is your mother? Like, actually get out. Get out. Get out. Cuz why are you pushing me? Why are you touching my butt cheek right now?" Like, he literally pushed me in the butt cheek, and I was gonna get very angry, but then I was like, you know what, he's a little kid, so I just got out because I'm like, I'm not even about to fight with no kid, because I'm not about to fight with no mom right now. And so I just got out, and I was like kind of bummed because I was like, damn, I wanted to get a picture in the freaking shark mouth. Like, how many opportunities in the rest of my life am I gonna get to do that? Zero. So I was angry about that, but then I went inside and I saw seahorses and I felt immediately better. But really, like, parents got to start watching their freaking kids, because we were walking away. We stood there for a little bit, and me and my girlfriend stood there for a little bit, and we were trying to see if, like, oh, maybe the kid will get out. And he started to get out. We started to walk back up again, and he runs right back in. So I'm like, okay. And I start looking around, and I'm like, where are these people's parents? Like, do they not see that we're trying to get a picture? Can they, like, control their children? This kid's parents were literally nowhere to be found. Like, there was no one watching anyone who was just running around. Like, all right. Like, all right, that's, like, fair, I guess. I probably wouldn't be staring at my child the whole time they're here, but, like, literally every parent had a child, and none of them looked similar to this kid who was, like, being annoying. And no one was looking at around for him. Like, literally nothing. Literally nothing. So I'm like, okay. And then after the aquarium, we went to the like viral TikTok viral dessert places where it's like the realistic fruits and you bite into them and they crunch and they're like super good. It was actually, I only liked one thing from there, so we went to two places. At the first one, we got a chocolate chip cookie with sea salt and like the it was a strawberry and cream pastry, but it was like the one that's like a cube made of like little spheres. Um, it was not good. It was not good. I did not like that one at all. It was like inside it was like vanilla cake with like strawberry jelly, and it was just, oh, the texture was so bad. And then it had like this vanilla cream, but it was like pudding, and it was like so bad. Like the combination of all those textures was so horrible, and it was just like and like the jelly, it like felt like gelatin when I was eating it, and I was like, gelatin with pudding with cake. I'm good. I'm good. Um, but the cookie was hella good, so that was good. Really fucking good. The second place we went to, it was Desserts by Clement or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that one's in San Diego as well. That one, oh my god. So we got the mango, like the mango that's like crunchy and like, I don't know, it's just like a realistic looking mango that's like really a pastry. And then we got one that was like, it looked like a mushroom. It was dark chocolate hazelnut. Literally the best. It was so good. It was like a dark chocolate shell with like hazelnut mousse and like hazelnut. Did I say that right? Hazelnut mousse. It was so good. So good. I love chocolate and I love hazelnut. Like, it was so good. Like, if Nutella and like, no, it was like the Ferrero Rocher, I don't know. It was like those chocolates, like the inside of it, but it was like the whole thing, and it was just so, it was the best thing I've ever eaten, actually. I didn't try the mango because it was like mango cheesecake, and that just sounded really gross to me, but my girlfriend really liked it, so that was good. But that mushroom, oh my god, literally to die for. To die for. And then that night, we ended up going to dinner. We went to dinner at Little Italy. We were looking for a place because I wanted pizza because I never eat pizza. And I was like, oh my God, that Loki sounds good. Since we're going to be in Little Italy, we might as well go get a little pizza. So I wanted pizza, and my girlfriend wanted, um, what she want? She wanted fettuccine Alfredo. So we were looking for a place that had both of these things, and literally took us like 45 minutes to find it because we were looking at like menus and stuff. And then we finally found a place, and I made a reservation because I'm like, it's Little Italy. It's like a nighttime right now. So I'm like, okay, let me make a little reservation because like hashtag adulting. And we walk into this restaurant, and there's literally zero people inside. Like, I literally walked in and I was like, we have a reservation. Not sure if that matters though. I literally was humiliated. I was like, why would I even make a reservation? I don't know. But the pizza was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like good. It wasn't bad though. And then the Alfredo was like also not good. And then I was nauseous the entire night because I had so much dairy, like literally could not sleep. But then on Wednesday we went to the zoo, and it was so fun. It was so fun. But before the zoo, we went to this place called Juice Wave, which I've seen on TikTok as well. I'm a very TikTok influenced person, apparently. But they had acai bowls, and on TikTok they looked hella good, like hella good, because they like chop up the strawberries and like it looked like they macerated their fruit, but they definitely did not. Um, so we went and got some acai bowls, and they were they were all right. Like I got granola, strawberries, and blueberries, I think. Or did I just get granola and strawberries and honey? I don't even know. I think I just got strawberries, honey, and granola, and like obviously the acai base. And it wasn't that good because I hate peanut butter. I hate peanuts. I hate peanut butter. And like the granola tasted like it had peanut butter in it, and the strawberries were not that good. So I basically just ate the base of it, and then we went to the zoo, and it was actually really fun. I've never been to a zoo that huge in my entire life. It was great. They had like lions, a bunch of bears, they had lemurs. I love lemurs. They had a cheetah. They had polar bears there. We didn't get to see it though because it was really hot the day that we went, and they were probably like in a refrigerated room, or what is it called? Like they definitely have a place where they can like cool down because it was like 80, 90 degrees that day, and we were sweating our asses off, but it was still really fun. They had more penguins there, and they were so cute. They made the craziest noises. It was like but yeah, they were really cute, and like it was really hot when we were standing there, so we couldn't be there for that long. But the penguins were about to eat, and I was really trying to wait for them because I really wanted to watch them get fed. But my girlfriend was like dying of heat, and so was I. So we decided to move on to Madagascar, where they had the lemurs and like a bunch of birds, and there was other stuff there too. I don't remember exactly, but we saw koalas, we saw elephants, zebras. I also love zebras. We saw these monkeys that were like just straight chilling. It was really funny actually. And then we saw baboons fighting about their food, and like literally one jumped at the other one and then it ran down. They were all screaming at each other, like literally throwing hands, and like the babies were just on their mom, like help mom, 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 help mom. And it was really funny. It was really funny. But yeah, we went to the zoo, and then we made tacos that night. We ended up walking to Sprouts because we bought chicken on our first grocery trip when we first arrived, but it like smelled weird to me, and I was like, I don't really want to cook this. So we walked to Sprouts like at night, and we were gonna get chicken to cook, but I was like, why don't we just get a rotisserie chicken? Hey, because I don't really want to cook right now. So we just got a rotisserie chicken. We all got a drink. Me, my dad, and my girlfriend. We all got drinks, and then what's it called? We all got drinks, and then we made tacos, ate tacos, had a good night, woke up, went to Dutch Bros, went to Costco, went to Dutch Bros. We went to Costco to try to go to the bathroom before we left because we were leaving on Thursday morning. We went to Costco to try to use the bathroom, and then the bathroom was freaking closed. Like, it was so inconvenient. But then my girlfriend got like this lip kit thing from there, and it had like a few lip glosses, so I was like, okay, a win is a win. We also got gas there, and then we went to a Whole Foods, and I got a new hydro flask, and it was actually, I really like it. It's like a light green, and like I just loved it. And then after that, guess where we went to Dutch Bros. Shout out to my cousins for putting me on Dutch Bros. It was actually low-key good as fuck. I got my same drink. It's I don't know. It's like a lime, blue raspberry, frozen lemonade. I forget what it's called, but that's what I got, and it was hella good. And then we just went home. But yeah, I forgot to mention that on Monday night we also went to a grunion run, which basically what a grunion run is like there's these fish called grunions who like come to the shore of the ocean to like they basically come to the beach, dig holes, lay their eggs, and leave type shit. So we went to the beach like really late at like it was like 1 a.m., maybe 12 or 1, because you got to go like when the moon is out and shit, like really it's dark and like the moon is out, because they like are attracted to the light of the moon or something like that. So we went, literally saw zero grunion, but we discovered these things called beach jumpers because we were walking on the beach and they were just like jumping at all of our legs, and like it was really scary. Like you would just be standing there and then all of a sudden there's like 20 things hitting your legs, and like I would literally screaming and running away, literally screaming and running away. But yeah, Google beach jumpers if you want a real scare, and do not go to the beach at night if you don't want to feel beach jumpers. It's literally, it was, and then like when we looked it up, I saw a video of it, and it was like these big, it looks like kind of like sand crabs, if you know what a sand crab is, or a sand flea. It kind of looks like that, but they jump at your legs and like it hurts. It literally feels like a bullet is hitting your leg, like at a very slow speed. But it feels like an armored bug is hitting your leg, because that's actually exactly what's happening. And they do like backflips and shit, like literally doing tricks on it at 1 a.m. Um but yeah, literally saw zero grunion. It was really disappointing. And but I mean, it was like pretty chill being at the beach hella late. We left at like 2, I think, and then went home, went to sleep, woke up, went to the aquarium. Hey. um but yeah, it was still really fun going to the beach at night. Do not go to the beach if you don't want to see him doing tricks on it at 2 a.m. But yeah, literally saw no grunion, literally zero, and it was really disappointing. But that was basically my San Diego trip. What I left out was basically like we made breakfast a couple times, but kind of doesn't really matter, other than that's when we found out that all the utensils were fucking dirty and disgusting. Um, but yeah, I I just had such a good time, and like I really like spending time away from home from time to time, but right now I'm really just, I don't want to travel for a long time. Like I really just want to be home, and like just be home, because a couple weeks ago I went camping. Yes, it was for one night, but I still had to like be out and driving, and like I just want to feel peace for a little bit. I want to just feel like my home is my home, and like I just want to like my calm down my nervous system and like relax and just like be home. I just want to be home and be with my dog, and I just love her so much, and I don't want to spend any more time apart from her for a while. So, I mean, if I can help it. Um but yeah, guys, that was my trip. That was my summary of the Catfish documentary. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to all that. Please, guys, if you like this video, leave a like and leave a comment down below of a shrimp emoji. Shout out sand beach jumpers. Comment hashtag beach jumpers if you made it to this beach jumpers if you made it to this part in the video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I have a new song coming out September 19th called Nothing to Lose, and you can pre-save that. It should be on my Instagram somewhere. So guys, I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please email me if you want any advice, you want to know anything about my life, you want me to talk about anything. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves me. I don't want to leave now. You know I believe in how. Something in the way